Once and for all, it's time to kick cancer's butt.
Whether you're fighting for someone else or waging your own war, today's Coffee with Dubs sits near and dear to my heart. So grab a cup and let's talk about this.
Every September, there's one thing that becomes a staple in my life. I dust off my bike, air up the tires, make sure everything's working the way it should, and start putting miles back underneath me. It isn't because I'm training for a race. It isn't because I'm trying to set some personal goal. Every September, I ride to be a part of the Great Cycle Challenge to help raise money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital and their mission to kick cancer's butt. The funny thing is, riding for the cause isn't why I started riding in the first place. Years ago, I was working in a job that became incredibly toxic. I was overweight, constantly stressed out, and honestly, I was trying to find pieces of myself that felt like they'd been buried under everything life had thrown at me. Exercise became my escape. It wasn't about getting into shape nearly as much as it was finding a little bit of peace in my life. And around that time, one of my friends gave me one of the greatest gifts I've received for this. He gave me a road bike. Before he handed it over though, he had two rules. Use it well and get a goddamn helmet. I'll admit, I ignored that second rule for longer than I should have. For the first few years, I rode without one. As friends and people I knew experienced bicycle accidents, and after hearing enough stories that could have ended much worse, I finally started listening. Now, the helmet goes on before every ride. Some lessons are better learned before they have to be. Then, in 2020, something unexpected happened. I was constantly posting online about my rides because that's what I was doing in my free time. Somewhere along the way, Facebook's algorithm started showing me different charity events and fundraisers. One of them was the Great Cycle Challenge. And at first I was skeptical. My family was skeptical too. Raising money through Facebook? It sounded a little questionable back then. So I did my homework, looked into the organization, and learned where the money's going, and realized it was a legitimate effort benefiting St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. That's when something clicked for me. I was already riding, already putting in the miles, so why not let every mile mean something for someone else than myself? My grandfather passed away after receiving a diagnosis of cancer. It came completely out of left field, and within a week, he was gone. I don't ride because I'm trying to relive that loss, and I don't ride for a specific child either. I'm riding because no family should have to experience that kind of helplessness if we can find research that will get closer to a cure. If spending a few hours on my bike can even help make a small difference, that's time well spent. Every year, the Great Cycle Challenge automatically sets my goal to 200 miles throughout September. Every year I change it to 250. Once I get back into riding, 25 miles really isn't that intimidating anymore, and in 10 days you can knock that out. The hardest part is getting there. Since I don't ride my bike year-round, August becomes training month. My legs complain, my muscles remind me that they've enjoyed the air conditioning a little too much, but every ride gets a little easier than the one before it. One of the things I love most about this event is that it takes something I'm already passionate about and gives it purpose. And that's a powerful thing because sometimes we spend so much time looking for purpose that we overlook the hobbies and talents we already have. Maybe purpose isn't about finding something new. Maybe it's about pointing something you already love toward helping someone else. Throughout September, I'll be sharing my rides, my progress, and probably a few sore leg stories along the way. I use the Under Armour app called Map My Ride because it lets me track every mile and share the route with everyone who's supporting the journey. Every donation, every encouraging message, every share reminds me that this challenge isn't something I'm doing alone. If you've been enjoying these Coffee with Dubs videos and you want to become a part of it in a way that makes a difference in the world, I'd love for you to join me this September. Keep an eye out for Double Impact Days because those are the days where a donation goes even further and has the biggest impact on St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Whether you donate, share the fundraiser, or simply cheer me on while I chase my 250 miles, you'll be helping children who are fighting battles far bigger than any hill my bike's gonna climb this year. Sometimes purpose isn't found by changing what you love. It's found by giving what you love to someone who needs it more. So thank you for joining me on this very special episode of Coffee with Dubs. I hope to see some of you on the team in September. And if you're just here for the cheering, I love that too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out of here.